All right, today we're going to look at a function, and a function is a special kind of relation. So in order for it to be a function, each x value corresponds to only one y value. So each x value is matched to a y value and it can't be matched with more than one. So if we are looking at a list or a table, what we're looking for to see if it's a function is no repeating x values. Okay, if that same x value is listed twice in my list, then that would make that relation not a function. And in a mapping, what we're looking for is each x value has only one line coming out of it. Okay, so let's look through some examples. All right, so if I have a list of ordered pairs, I'm looking at the x values. So 5, 3, 2, 0, -1. None of those repeat, so we would say, yes, this is a function. Okay, for number 2, I have -2, 0, 2, 3, 2. So the number 2 appears twice, and one time it's matched with -4, and the other time it's matched with +4. That means this is not a function, because 2 is matched with two different y values. All right, so I want you to pause real quick and try 3 and 4. All right, so 3 should be no because the -3 repeats. 4 should be yes because each of these numbers are different. Okay, in a table, we're looking at the same thing. Do the x values repeat? So -3, -1, 0, 2, 3, those are all different, so the answer is yes. Okay, here, -4, -2, 1, 2, 5, all different, so yes. All right, now, but if I look at number 8, 1, 4, -7, 4. So 4 repeats, okay, and it's matched with different y values, so that means the answer is no. Okay, now let's look at number 9. Okay, -8, -4, 0, 4, 8. That means yes, this is a function, even though all of the y values are -1. That's fine. Y values can repeat, x values cannot. All right, then we have mappings, all right? And so in a mapping, what I'm looking for is each x value should only have one line coming out of it, all right? So that means if it has one line coming out of it, that means it's only matched with this number. So this mapping, yes, it is a function, all right? But number 12, if you see -1 has two lines coming out of it, it goes to -1 and it goes to +7. That means no, this is not a function because that -1 is a repeating x value. All right, the other way that we can represent functions or relations is with graphs. And so when we're looking at a graph to decide whether or not something is a function, we use something called the vertical line test. Okay, the vertical line test says that a vertical line, for something to be a function, a vertical line will not intersect, fancy math word for touch, the graph at more than one point at a time. All right, so what does that mean? A lot of times when people teach the vertical line test, they'll tell you to take your pencil. So you can see like my little yellow cursor. Imagine laying your pencil down like it's a straight up and down vertical line. And then I can't do this on the screen, but if I take this vertical line and drag it across the graph, is it ever going to make contact with more than one point at the same time? Okay, for this one, the answer is yes, because if I have a straight up and down vertical line right here, it's going to touch both of those points at the same time. That means no, this is not a function. Okay, here if I take my vertical line, all right, it's going to be straight up and down. It's never going to touch more than one point at the same time. So the answer is yes, this is a function. Okay. If we look at 16, there's nowhere that I could draw a vertical line that's going to touch this graph. more than once, so the answer is yes. All right, 17, anywhere that I draw a vertical line, it is going to touch at two different points, so 17 is not a function. Okay, I want you to pause here, try 18 and 19. All right, so 18 should be no, because I can draw a vertical line that touches the circle in more than one place. That means it's not a function. 19 should be yes, because anywhere I draw a vertical line, it's only going to touch this graph in one spot. And that is it for 5.2.